Hello everybody on the Ultrasabers forum. This is the Average Septum. You can also find me as the Average Septum not only on the forums and YouTube, but also on Instagram and Twitter. I am doing a review today of the Ultrasabers Prophecy V3 without sound. I didn't get sound because frankly I didn't have enough money to pay for sound, and I think that $100 isn't really worth sound to me, although I'm sure that it's audibly astounding. It seemed that way. Anyways, this is the Prophecy V3. Now I'm going to start at the bottom of this saber, which would be with the pommel. So let's screw this off so you can see the pommel, which is a very basic pommel, which I don't really mind because the fact that it's very basic kind of makes it fit with the rest of the saber, because there's already a lot going on with the standard saber itself. So this is just a flat pommel, machined aluminum with a gripped edge, and it fits up in there. Only about this much of it is showing, so it's not really flashy, which I really don't mind. You can tell where it's machined off right there. And then the battery pack, which is up inside of this. Just give it a little tap and it should come out. There's the battery pack. It's the entire Ultrasaber and all of its electronics are ran by 4 AAA batteries, because I got the standard setup. Nothing really super special there, but still extremely good quality. So if you can get this back in here, we'll just screw back on the pommel. It doesn't really take much time at all. Okay, and then back to the hilt design. This is a wonderful hilt altogether, and it looks really nice. It looks like an old saber, I think, like a classic lightsaber. Most Ultra Sabers, I really enjoy them, but some of them just get a little too flashy, I think, and they kind of look away from the concept of what a real lightsaber or true blue looks like. This looks like one of the lightsabers you would see on one of the older movies. It looks really nice, looks very streamlined, looks very classic. It's got the slanted emitter and a hole in the emitter. It's got a window in there. And both of those combined together look really nice and bring out the blade a lot, I think. Just crazy. It's got these, which are these little like gold fasteners, gold knobs on the top. These don't serve any purpose, and from what I can tell, they're strictly for looks, which doesn't surprise me because they look really nice, and they add to the classic look, just like everything on this Ultra Saber, including this custom CoverTech clip, which is on the right side of the button, which most people are right-handed as a generality. Some people would think that this is a little uncomfortable. It's really not, because unless you have unusually large hands, your hands aren't really going to hit that button that much. But if they do, most people, I would recommend with your Ultra Saber wielding it two-handed, because two-handed is just the way to go for saber dueling. And if you wield it two-handed, then your left hand will be here. You won't have to worry about even hitting that CoverTech clip at all. The CoverTech clip looks wonderful, fits in with the rest of the Ultra Saber. Not really much to say about it, but it looks really nice. Okay, so moving on to the well, I was going to move on to the blade, but first I wanted to point out that I didn't notice this when I was looking at reviews myself, trying to figure out what Ultra Saber I wanted next. The button is red. The last one I got added in silver, so I guess I didn't notice, but the button is red, which is also the color of my blade. I didn't know if they did that or not. I didn't see it, I didn't notice it, but from what I can assume, the button is probably the color of the blade you're going to get. They're probably going to color the button that color, which makes a lot of sense to me. And I know it's not much, but it makes it just adds to the look entirely. It looks really nice. Moving on to the blade, I got a 36-inch long, rounded tip, mid-grade blade. I think it looks really nice. It holds up really well. It's really sturdy. Nothing much to say about it. I'm gonna do some dueling soon, so I'm going to order a heavy grade blade instead, and I'm going to replace it, which I think will help me a lot, because I don't want to be worried about breaking my Ultra Saber's blade, so I won't have anything to even display it on. I got this in Blazing Red, which is just a crazy awesome red. What I dislike about Ultra Sabers is that I noticed this on all the reviews too, and I thought my camera might be different, but it's not. This Ultrasaber is in Blazing Red, and it shows up like almost a white with a red glow on it, which all the Ultrasabers do. They show up a white with their colors glow on it. But that is not the case at all. And that's not a bad thing either. There is no mistakable white in this blade whatsoever. Nobody could have a different opinion about that. It's completely red all the way through. Even in the light, it is complete red, and it looks super, super nice. Somebody said it was blood red in another review. That's wrong. Don't listen to that, although the review was great. It's not a blood red. Not at all. You couldn't mistake it for that. But that's not a bad thing, because while this isn't a blood red, it is the Sith red. It's a really Sithy color. I've always had an affinity for being really Sithy, so really pleasing there. Rounded tip. The light doesn't shine through the rounded tip, but it looks nice. It doesn't take away from the look or anything. It doesn't look stupid. I really, really like this, and I'll get you a video so you can just check it out of what it looks like with the light off after this. But first, I want to wrap up my review of the Ultrasaber. Wonderful, wonderful Ultrasaber, one of the favorites on the market for me. Very comfortable to hold, despite looking a little uncomfortable in some places. So the fact that it looks nice and is comfortable is really, really just the full package for me. Out of 10, I'd give this a 10. There's no shortcuttings. I can't take back anything from this blade and criticize it. It's just a 10. It's just great. If I could say one thing, maybe I'd want it an inch longer, but I mean, it's already pretty long as it is, especially for one-handed. The customer service with Ultrasabers, I don't know if you know this or if anybody else has said this in another review, is just crazy awesome. Full within the next 12 to 24 hour reply every single time, all the time. Emery helped me out every step of the way, had answered any questions I asked him. Great. Superb. Love you, Emery. So without further ado, I'll show you the Blazing Red with the lights off so you can get a really good scope of how it all looks. This is the Average Septum signing off. See you guys on the forums. So here I am with the Prophecy V3 again. Blazing Red. Going to show you what it looks like with the lights off. Again, just like the rest of the Ultrasaber, this is crazy. I mean, this literally lights up the entire room. Like, I can visually see everything in the room distinguishably. There's no really darkness to it. Again, like, it looks white on camera, but have no doubts, this is a Sith red lightsaber completely. Nothing questionable there. It looks awesome with the lights off. Like, it looks cool before. You think it looks cool before? You should see it with the lights off, because it is really, really crazy. Every time I need to introduce this to somebody, you always got to do a lights off, because that's just where you can get a good scope of just how high quality it is, and it just makes it look awesome. Again, you can see the slanted emitter and the window. Those look really nice with the lights off too in the darkness. So this is the Average Septum, once again, signing off. See you guys on the forums. Love you, Emery.